Good day, everyone. Good day. Come on in. Come on in. Let me know where you're coming in from. Welcome to today's podcast. I appreciate you being here. I thought I wasn't going to make it. Had a couple of delayed flights yesterday and got kind of close, but I'm here and I'm glad you're here too. And of course, if you find value in what I'm sharing today, let me know in the chat. Or you can DM me too. Okay? All right. Let us get started. Great. Well, today is podcast number 82. Called The Laziest Person in the World. For those new to my page, I am Coach Karen, and I help strong, capable people, men and women, who know they're meant for more, stop settling and confidently step into their next chapter without guilt, fear, or apology. In other words, I help people act on what they already know is true and find the courage to make the decision they've been avoiding. I'll tell you a little bit about how I got here. I served as a registered nurse for a few decades, and the work was very fulfilling. I was able to help and care for a lot of people. I was able to work with other people in the health field and in the education field to do the same thing, to care for others who really needed help. And my last job as a school nurse, that was especially rewarding, working with the young people and their families. However, after about a decade or so, I felt like there was a way that I could do a service, use my talents in a different way. And I felt this way for a few years, but I hesitated. And I didn't make a decision until I had to make a decision. And that happened in March 2023 when I was going to a meeting and I got a car hit my car, ran a stop sign and hit me. And that forced me to take some time off and to reassess. And during that healing period, I decided that I was going to do some healing on the inside and also personal development. And I took certification programs. I got a coach, and here I am now as a life coach and really enjoying connecting with people and helping folks rediscover their dreams and figure out a way to go for it. All right. So part of the reason I keep telling my story is to help prevent you from relying on a tragedy or extreme challenge to get your life to a point that makes more sense. Some things don't make sense anymore because you've changed, you've grown. And the current cycle is no longer a fit. So I'm going to take you on a journey today to give you an example of a skill that I work on a lot in my program. Essentially, we call it notice what you are noticing. Notice what you're noticing. All right. So here's the story. Have you ever had moments when you've noticed that your confidence is growing and you're getting pretty good at shutting other people's nonsense down when they throw something at you? You've been on a roll. And then you experience something like this. This scene is an adaptation of one I viewed on Julian Blanc's IG page. So picture this. Someone comes up to you and tells you that you have green hair. Now, since you at this moment clearly have a hair color that is not green, you confidently shut that person's comment down. No, I do not have green hair. You are sure of it. No doubt in your mind, you do not have green hair. Then the person says something like, "You are the laziest person in the world." You hesitate. You start to think about how much of your summer to-do list is still on the list and not crossed out yet. You start to question yourself and wonder and make excuses. Well, it was crazy busy last week. There is no way I could have gotten to everything. Oh, come on, give me a break. And in all this time, listing reasons, excuses for completing certain tasks, you finally got around to saying, you're listing all the excuses of why you didn't finish tasks. You finally get around to saying, no, I'm not. I'm not the laziest person in the world. But the way you say it is not quite as confident as the way you responded to the green hair comment. Think about it. The laziest person in the world? Really? We know that's not true. How would one measure that, have data to come up with that conclusion anyway? Self-doubt and insecurity have had a lifetime of opportunities to make grooves in your thought patterns. And as soon as someone pokes the bear of insecurity, the default thought pattern kicks in. Memories reinforce the pattern. Maybe a parent or a teacher told you that, or some other personal put down years ago, or maybe yesterday. After you left something unfinished, they said that. Regardless of the reason for not finishing, those harsh words did something to you. It made you question yourself. Am I that lazy? In this scenario, you took a minute, but you eventually say, no, I am not the laziest person in the world. Now, onlookers may have their own harsh responses to that hesitation. It took her that long to say no? Wow. Or they had to really think about it? But a personal life coach would applaud. Again, if you tuned in late, my name is Karen Smith Frazier, and I am the founder and CEO of Unleash Your Brilliance, LLC, and a life coach. I teach women and men who see part of themselves in this scenario. Deep down, they know that they are capable of doing great things, creative things, but current circumstances, their own thoughts, and the influence of others keeps derailing their plans to step into their next level. The fact that you notice is what I'm going to celebrate in that scenario. But worries about finances, relationships, lack of autonomy, that ability to do what you think is best for your life and get what you want out of it, are the cloud hanging over your head. In a nutshell, I have a tested system that, when implemented consistently and with the added accountability, boy, say that 3 times, with the added accountability of a coach and community, has proven to move the needle from doubt to possibility and possibility to reality. If a quick fix or post workshop high is enough for you, then I'm not the coach for you. Granted, I'd love to see you in my masterclasses. But if you are sick and tired of falling into old patterns of thinking and behavior that are keeping you stuck, then let's talk. Of course, reach out to me in the chat or DM me, and I'll set aside some time in my calendar. It would be great to connect with those who are interested in just making a change. And this podcast is pretty short today, but I just want to finish with this. Coasting worked for a while, quite a while, but now it's starting to become uncomfortable. Everybody around you may be used to you being and behaving a certain way, a way that encourages you to keep playing small, go with the flow, but you know it's making you sick inside. If you feel ready to stop coasting, but don't know how, if you are starting to see the consequences of not doing that thing for yourself and for those waiting to be served by you, if you are still hesitant to explore that lifelong dream you've only jotted down secretly in your journal, if you keep downplaying that idea that gets you excited every time you think about it, because the people who love you most look at you sideways when you mention it, then I invite you to come to my masterclass on Tuesday, July 28th, where I will share more about a system I use to get you going in the direction of your dreams. And whether you attend or not, no, you are not lazy. Again, that's Tuesday, July 28th at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll finish in time for you early birds to get your beauty rest. The registration link is being created, and I will send that out as soon as possible. But put link in the chat, and I will send it out when it's ready. And of course, share this podcast with a friend if you think this is something they need to hear, or they can accompany you. It's a virtual workshop. And you can also check out my bio on Instagram for more information about me, kind of what makes me tick and what I'm up to. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And in the meantime, unleash your brilliance, uncover your light. The world is waiting for you. Take care.